Grace and peace and spoiler alert, my name's Ryan and I'm the movie pastor. Today I'm thinking theologically about the movie Tag, which I actually have seen twice. What can I say? I'm a pretty big Hannibal Buress fan, and some people I was with wanted to see it after I'd already seen it. So I got a lot of chance to think about this film, which gives you its thesis statement right in the middle of it, which is that famous quote by the guy, I think they attribute it to Benjamin Franklin, but it's not him, that says, you don't stop playing because you get old because you stop playing. Now, of course, spoiler alert, in this movie, one of the main characters, Ed Helms' character, is at the end of his life. He's experienced the kind of ultimate reality of aging. He's going to die, and shortly. And so everything that is done in the movie, everything that he arranges and does, is ultimately his answer to the question, what would you do if you had a year to live? How would you spend your time? The answer given in this movie, and a compelling case is made for it, is I would play with my friends. I'd have fun. I would play stupid games like Tag. See, it makes the statement that the unimportant isn't unimportant. That maybe the unimportant is the most important thing. We spend so many of our lives trying to go after things like power and prestige and money. And ultimately, what is it that we really want? Well, we want much more mundane things. Things like love and peace and a good time. Cigars on the French Riviera, a nice sunset, really, really excellent tacos at just the right temperature. That's what life is about. And so when we ask the question of eudaimonia, how do we live the good life? What ultimately fulfills so often not the grand things, but the smallest things? Now, where I think Tag misses the boat is in the same breath that it kind of dismisses some of the apparently important things like being a really successful business person or having a impressive persona and seeming to be a responsible adult that can adult really well. It also handwaves or altogether neglects to mention the possibility of having a positive influence on people. For me and my life, I certainly find that that's important to me, that if I had a year to live, I would want to spend that time investing in people who will invest in others, who will invest in others, that we can make the world a more positive place. And yet, it is worth highlighting yet again that under that is another layer of just good stuff. After all, what is the point of alleviating poverty? What is the point of creating racial harmony and racial justice? What is the point of finding more people who will rally behind the truth of the Christian worldview in order to join in the cause of creating more of these kinds of things for more people, if it isn't any fun? If at the end of it all we don't enjoy our lives? And so, even though Tag didn't mention it, I really think they could have without undermining their central thesis, which is this idea that the good life is the good life. The good life is the things you love and the people you love that are right in front of you, and everything that we might struggle for with regards to money. It's only good in as much as we use that money to increase those things and to support those things, and as much as we might struggle for in the sense of influence and making a positive difference, that likewise is only worthwhile in as much as it fuels goodness and loving people and being where we're supposed to be in a way that we can appreciate. That doesn't get said enough, and I'm glad that Tag said it. This has been Movie Pastor. I appreciate you taking the time to watch it. I've got some other movies selected here that you could watch me reflect on theologically, but you might not have seen those movies, so check out down here. That's where you can pick the movies that you really want to hear me talk about. Thanks.
Story that I have loved.